According to the 2005 National Electrical Code, often abbreviated as NEC, bathroom lighting is permitted to be connected to a 20-amp receptacle circuit under specific conditions. It's crucial to understand these conditions to ensure electrical safety and code compliance. The first condition is that the circuit must be dedicated exclusively to the bathroom. This means it cannot supply power to any other outlets or appliances located outside of the bathroom. This isolation is essential for preventing overload and ensuring that the circuit can adequately handle the bathroom's electrical demands. Secondly, the receptacle connected to this 20-amp circuit must be a ground fault circuit interrupter receptacle. This GFCI protection is a vital safety measure in bathrooms where the risk of electrical shock is higher due to the presence of water. A GFCI receptacle is designed to detect even small imbalances in the electrical current, which could indicate a ground fault, and quickly trip the circuit to prevent a potentially dangerous shock. Thirdly, the circuit itself must be protected by a 20-amp circuit breaker or fuse. This overcurrent protection device is designed to interrupt the flow of electricity if the current exceeds 20 amps, preventing overheating of the wires and reducing the risk of fire. Ensuring that the correct size circuit breaker or fuse is installed is crucial for maintaining the safety and integrity of the electrical system. Now let's delve deeper into each of these conditions to fully grasp their implications. The requirement for a dedicated circuit means that all electrical loads connected to the 20-amp circuit must be located within the bathroom. This prevents other appliances or devices in different areas of the building from drawing power from the same circuit, which could lead to overloading and potential hazards. By keeping the bathroom circuit isolated, you ensure that it can reliably handle the bathroom-specific electrical needs, such as lighting, hair dryers, and other personal care appliances. The use of a GFCI receptacle is particularly important in bathrooms due to the increased risk of electrical shock in wet environments. Water is a conductor of electricity, and even small amounts of moisture can create a path for current to flow through a person's body, resulting in a potentially fatal shock. GFCI receptacles are designed to detect these ground faults and trip the circuit within milliseconds, significantly reducing the risk of injury or death. It is essential to regularly test GFCI receptacles to ensure they are functioning correctly. Most GFCI receptacles have a test button that allows you to simulate a ground fault and verify that the device trips as expected. If a GFCI receptacle fails to trip during testing, it should be replaced immediately. The 20-amp circuit breaker or fuse serves as the primary overcurrent protection device for the bathroom circuit. It is designed to protect the wiring from overheating and potentially causing a fire if the current exceeds the rated capacity of the circuit. When selecting a circuit breaker or fuse, it is crucial to choose one that is specifically rated for 20 amps. Using a higher rated device could allow excessive current to flow through the wiring, increasing the risk of overheating and fire. Conversely, using a lower rated device could result in nuisance tripping, where the circuit breaker or fuse trips unnecessarily due to normal fluctuations in the electrical load. In summary, to legally connect bathroom lighting to a 20-amp receptacle circuit under the 2005 National Electrical Code, you must ensure that the circuit is dedicated to the bathroom, that the receptacle is a GFCI receptacle, and that the circuit is protected by a 20-amp circuit breaker or fuse. By adhering to these conditions, you can create a safe and code-compliant electrical system for your bathroom. It is always recommended to consult with a qualified electrician to ensure that all electrical work is performed correctly and in accordance with local codes and regulations. A licensed electrician has the knowledge and experience to properly assess the electrical needs of your bathroom and install the necessary wiring and devices to meet those needs safely and efficiently. Furthermore, local codes and regulations may have additional requirements or restrictions that must be considered. It is important to check with your local building department to ensure that your electrical work complies with all applicable codes and regulations. In addition to the specific requirements outlined in the 2005 National Electrical Code, there are some general best practices that should be followed when working with electrical systems. Always turn off the power to the circuit before working on any electrical components. Use insulated tools to prevent accidental electrical shock. Inspect wiring for damage or wear before making any connections. Ensure that all connections are tight and secure. Never overload electrical circuits. Avoid running extension cords across walkways or under rugs. Install smoke detectors and carbon monoxide detectors in your home to provide early warning of potential hazards. If you are not comfortable working with electricity, it is always best to hire a qualified electrician to perform the work. Electricity can be dangerous, and it is important to take all necessary precautions to protect yourself and your family. Understanding the NEC requirements for bathroom circuits is essential for ensuring the safety and functionality of your home's electrical system. By following the guidelines outlined in the code and consulting with qualified professionals, you can create a bathroom that is both safe and convenient to use. Remember to always prioritize safety when working with electricity, and never hesitate to seek professional assistance if you have any doubts or concerns. The National Electrical Code is updated periodically to reflect changes in technology and best practices. It is important to stay up to date on the latest code requirements to ensure that your electrical work is compliant and safe. You can obtain a copy of the National Electrical Code from the National Fire Protection Association, or you can access it online through various subscription services. Consider the placement of lighting fixtures within the bathroom. Proper lighting is essential for safety and functionality. Ensure that all lighting fixtures are properly grounded and protected from moisture. Use appropriate light bulbs for each fixture to avoid overheating and potential fire hazards. When installing new receptacles, choose tamper-resistant receptacles to protect children from inserting objects into the slots. Tamper-resistant receptacles have internal shutters that prevent foreign objects from being inserted into the slots unless a plug is inserted with equal pressure on both sides. Consider installing a bathroom fan to help remove moisture and prevent mold growth. A bathroom fan should be properly sized for the size of the bathroom and vented to the outside. Regular maintenance of your bathroom's electrical system is essential for ensuring its continued safety and reliability. Inspect wiring and connections periodically for signs of damage or wear. Test GFCI receptacles regularly to ensure they're functioning properly. Replace any damaged or worn components promptly. If you notice any unusual smells or sounds coming from your electrical system, such as burning odors or buzzing sounds, turn off the power to the circuit immediately and call a qualified electrician. These could be signs of a serious electrical problem that needs to be addressed promptly. In addition to the requirements for bathroom lighting and receptacles, the National Electrical Code also addresses other aspects of bathroom wiring, such as the installation of switches, the use of exhaust fans, and the bonding of metal parts. It is important to familiarize yourself with all of the applicable code requirements before undertaking any electrical work in your bathroom. When working with electrical wiring, always use the correct size and type of wire for the application. The size of the wire is determined by the amount of current it is expected to carry. The type of wire is determined by the environment in which it will be used. Using the wrong size or type of wire can create a safety hazard. When making electrical connections, always use approved connectors and techniques. Improper connections can cause overheating, arcing, and potential fire hazards. It is important to follow the manufacturer's instructions when installing electrical connectors. If you are unsure about any aspect of electrical wiring, it is always best to consult with a qualified electrician. An electrician can provide expert advice and ensure that your electrical work is performed safely and in compliance with all applicable codes and regulations. Understanding the 2005 NEC requirements for bathroom circuits is a crucial step in ensuring the safety and functionality of your home's electrical system. By following the guidelines outlined in the code and consulting with qualified professionals, you can create a bathroom that is both safe and convenient to use. Always remember to prioritize safety when working with electricity and never hesitate to seek professional assistance if you have any doubts or concerns. Remember to properly ground all electrical devices in the bathroom. Grounding provides a path for fault current to flow back to the source, helping to prevent electrical shock. Ensure that all metal parts in the bathroom, such as metal pipes and enclosures, are properly bonded together and connected to the grounding system. Bonding helps to equalize the voltage potential between different metal parts, reducing the risk of electrical shock. If you are installing a new electrical panel in your home, be sure to choose a panel that is appropriately sized for your electrical needs. The size of the panel is determined by the total amount of current that the panel is expected to carry. An undersized panel can become overloaded, leading to nuisance tripping and potential fire hazards. When selecting a circuit breaker for your electrical panel, be sure to choose a breaker that is compatible with the panel and rated for the correct amperage. Using the wrong type of breaker can damage the panel and create a safety hazard. Regularly inspect your electrical panel for signs of damage or wear. Look for loose connections, corroded terminals, and cracked insulation. If you notice any problems, have them repaired by a qualified electrician. Do not attempt to repair electrical panel problems yourself, as this can be extremely dangerous. When working with electrical wiring, be sure to wear appropriate personal protective equipment such as safety glasses and insulated gloves. This will help to protect you from electrical shock and other potential hazards. Never work on electrical wiring when you are wet or standing in water. Water is a conductor of electricity, and working in wet conditions can significantly increase the risk of electrical shock. If you are installing new lighting fixtures in your bathroom, be sure to choose fixtures that are designed for use in wet locations. These fixtures are designed to prevent moisture from entering the fixture and causing an electrical hazard. When installing new receptacles in your bathroom, consider installing arc fault circuit interrupter receptacles in addition to GFCI receptacles. Arc fault circuit interrupters are designed to detect arcing faults, which can be a leading cause of electrical fires. They can provide an additional layer of protection against electrical hazards. In addition to the specific requirements for bathroom wiring, the National Electrical Code also includes general requirements for all electrical wiring, such as the proper sizing of conductors, the proper installation of conduit, and the proper grounding of equipment. It is important to familiarize yourself with all of the applicable code requirements before undertaking any electrical work in your home. If you are planning to add a new circuit to your electrical panel, be sure to have a qualified electrician perform a load calculation to determine whether your panel has sufficient capacity to handle the additional load. Adding too much load to an electrical panel can overload the panel and create a safety hazard. When working with electrical wiring, always follow the manufacturer's instructions for the installation of electrical components. The manufacturer's instructions provide important information about the proper use and installation of the component. Ignoring the manufacturer's instructions can damage the component and create a safety hazard. If you are not comfortable working with electrical wiring, it is always best to hire a qualified electrician to perform the work. Electricity can be dangerous, and it is important to take all necessary precautions to protect yourself and your family. Remember that local codes and regulations may have additional requirements or restrictions that must be considered. It is important to check with your local building department to ensure that your electrical work complies with all applicable codes and regulations.